There's a Gemara Masechet Baba Metzia, and the Gemara says over there, talks about if you find things, are you allowed to keep it, or do you have to give it back? Well, it depends. If there's a distinguishable feature on it, like a sign or whatever it is, then you got to give it back. If it's identification, you got to give it back. If there's no sign, so then you can keep it. The Gemara says, if you find scattered wheat in an area of 6 by 6, count 6 blocks up, 6 blocks down, okay, square diameter, you can keep it. So the Gemara says, why can you keep it? Says the Gemara, you know what it's talking about? In those days, you couldn't go to the bakery and get flour. You couldn't go to where do you get big flour from? A kosher corner, I don't know. You couldn't go to Moishes to get flour. You had to take your wheat, you had to go to the mill, you had to grind it, thresh it, you packed it into your car, and then you would go and you would make flour. This is what happened. It says there was a guy who left as he was packing up his wheat. He left behind a quart, okay, a liter of wheat within a big diameter. Says the Mishnah, if you find it, you keep it. Why? Because it's too hard work for the guy to come all the way back for a liter of wheat, and it's too hard to collect such a big diameter. So the guy says, you know what? Forget it. I don't need it anymore. So if you find it, you get to keep it. Then the Gemara says, but if it's more valuable, you can't keep it. Because if it's more valuable, the guy is coming back to get it. Why? The work is just as hard. The work didn't get easier. What's easier to pick up? Stalks of wheat or diamonds? Diamonds are much harder. So how come? Why is the guy willing to exert more work to pick up something that's much harder? Because it's more valuable. Which means the more I value something, the easier it is for me to do. When I value something, even though the job might be hard, if I value it, it makes the job so much more beautiful, so much easier, so much more enjoyable. That's why raising kids, if you value your kids and you go and you hug them every day, and you tell them how much you love them, you squeeze their cheeks and you throw them up in the air. Not the teenagers, they're a little heavy, right? But you throw them. It makes child raising so much easier. If you value your spouse, it makes marriage so much easier. V'samachta bechol hatov. Be happy with everything that you have. It makes life so much easier. It makes life so much more pleasurable. It's your attitude. Because the good is there. But can I see it? Am I looking for it? Do I want to extract it? Do I want to extrapolate it? Do I want to have it? Do I want to harvest it? Do I want to live it? Do I want to be happy? And if you really want to be happy, you can be happy in any circumstance in your life.